This is a dream from last night. Haven't posted a dream in a while. I've had a lot of dreams. Some of them just didn't seem interesting, or they were too personal, like I'm still processing and don't feel like sharing them, and maybe never will. But anyway, this is from last night. I was pregnant, but it was a metaphor. And this theme appeared throughout the night in maybe 3 dreams, that I was pregnant, but it wasn't a real baby. It was a metaphor. I was gestating a project or processing something, or some new energy was trying to emerge from me. I was in a corporate conference room standing in front of a bunch of experts. And I say experts in quotation marks because they weren't really experts. They just had all the power. They were a bunch of corporate suits that were making decisions, and they had all the money and they had all the power, but they didn't necessarily know what the fuck they were talking about. So I was standing at the front of the room, in front of the whiteboard, and they were all sitting behind the conference table discussing me and scrutinizing me. They were sort of conferring with each other in whispers. Can she do this? Is she really up to the task? Can she carry this to full term? And all these corporate folks were made up dream characters. They were just extras. They didn't correlate with any actual people in reality. Just made up, like when AI makes up characters. I didn't know these people. Except I recognized one face of a real person, a friend of mine. And all the corporate guys were wearing their suits and their corporate attire, but the real guy, the friend, was just wearing his normal clothes and didn't really fit into that corporate setting at all. So there's a bunch of chatter about my competence and my ability to carry this to full term. And my friend spoke up and he looked directly at me and he said, "Who is the father?" And I was really frustrated by this question. I said, "Dude, it's a metaphor. There's no real baby. There is no father." And he said, "All things must have a father and a mother." And I didn't know what to do with that. But my friend is often right, and so I felt like I needed to answer the question. Who is the father? But I didn't even know what I was gestating. And it felt frustrating, like how sometimes it feels frustrating when someone sees you really well and knows you really well, and they see something that you can't see, and they challenge you to try to get you to discover it for yourself. I felt confused and lost and frustrated because I didn't know the answer, what I was gestating, and who was the father. And he was just over there being wise and knowing all the answers and asking cryptic questions to try to lead me to discover this for myself. And I wanted to be mad at him, but I couldn't even do that because I knew he was probably right. And his approach of asking these cryptic questions was probably coming from a place of love.